I am going to tell you this. If I wrote down my dreams, I'd be divorced already.
Right? Or you'd have the best sitcom.
Yeah, one or the other. But hey, guys, today Brandi decided to bring some friends in. And Brandi, who'd you bring today? What's going on with you?
I was hanging out in a bar last night, and I'm still drunk from yesterday. I just brought all these guys. And,
Yes.
Nice.
Thank you for letting me shower.
The patrons of the bar.
Thank
you. know.
you.
Thank you for letting us through all your stuff at home.
Yes.
So you all got kicked out at the same time?
Yeah.
I crashed at her house. Could she let me shower? I
that's
just thank
good.
you for that. Thank
She
you.
promised
really
me
wanna thank you for
coconut
that.
water. Where's my coconut water?
Dan is very happy that you showered.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you.
No, really. Thank you.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
I
Nice
get
blow
that.
dryer, girl.
Okay, so I brought some of my friends from Storage Wars. These guys I have worked with the longest. Thank you. Miss Laura Dotson, Miss Pay the Lady Laura Dotson.
Thank you,
Everybody.
guys. Don't forget to pay the lady.
Auctioneer, Dan Dotson. We got
you.
the double D's over here.
Thank you for remembering my
Yeah.
name. No,
I
thank
love
you, Brandi.
double D's.
Here's a God.
We got my man Penny over here.
Kumbaya, America. How y'all doing out
You
there?
know, he's been around a couple
Which
of
we
times.
had to bribe him with a couple of cheeseburgers to get him out here.
I'm on a diet. Stop talking about it.
Yeah. 4 cheeseburgers.
Cut it. We're cutting it down. We're just
Yeah.
cutting back. We're slimming back
Cutting
a
it
little
back.
bit. And the new kid to the group,
Yes.
Miss Lisa.
Good to be here. Good to be here.
We're all a little bit of a Lisa fan. She funny.
She funny. She funny.
She likes dogs and stuff.
Yes.
It's true.
Cats.
Yes.
Well, good. You're not a cat chick, so I'm cool with that. I mean,
Yeah, we're moving
dogs are
forward.
good.
Hey, I mean, I'm kind of into both.
Oh, okay.
But it's
Oh, you're a
2022.
switch-
That's
I
all.
heard that.
2022. It's
Yeah,
totally
that's
okay.
allowed.
Right.
It's okay. You can be
Okay.
into both.
Okay, we've established this early that we've got switch hitters here. Okay, good.
On occasion, with a little
I'm
alcohol.
okay with that.
You know, I've been known to.
It is dysfunctional.
I'm very open-minded.
It is
Sure.
dysfunctional.
I heard that about you, Hammer.
Yeah, I'm very open-minded. But I did find out something today, guys, that's pretty cool. The Dotson's over there. Is it Dotson or Dutson?
Dotson.
Dotson.
Well, there was a truck driving school named Dutson. And
Yeah.
That wasn't me, but I always dreamt that it was.
Okay, well, we'll just go with that.
So
what
call
it
me
was.
whatever you want.
But speaking of dreams, your wife had a dream. Laura had a dream and decided that she's the one that originally pitched this whole thing, aren't you?
Yes.
So
Thank you
tell,
for the
tell
dreams.
us about that. That's exciting to me. I mean, that's cool.
Manifested it straight out. You know, I met Danny and
She wanted to be on TV.
I just knew I was going to be
So
on TV.
I was doing all these fundraisers, all these walk-on parts for all these shows.
and I'm raising my hand
and
going,
I'm making,
I got my own money.
I'm
I want
making
to be on TV.
bullshit.
Price is right.
I was making like $350 to do these auctions, and she'd be out there spending $2,000 on a walk-on part.
Yes.
On what, early edition or?
You got to be on it too.
Oh, great. Anyway,
Who's this guy?
Is this like the pay-to-play thing at the bar?
Yeah.
we started getting, walk-on parts where,
Yeah.
we could do that, and we started putting stuff on YouTube.
I was
every
having this
week.
feeling that I was going to be on TV. From the age of 6 years old, I knew I was going to be on TV. So I
wanna be that girl?
drew this picture of myself on the television with my family sitting on the sofa going, go girl. And I go, I'm that girl. And Mom says, someday it'll happen. My brother's like, oh, they're coming for you. So I'm standing in front of the house, or on the big plated glass window waiting, and it never happened.
Hey, but
And-
that was a huge show.
Yes.
That girl.
Right?
Yeah.
And she'd go like this and do that thing.
Yeah.
And I just said, that is me. I'm going to have that. It was something that happened. Then many years later, it wasn't happening. This lady came around. Let me go back real quick. A lady from Campbell's Soup said, you should be the Campbell's Soup girl. I'm going to be the Campbell's Soup girl, my parents said, and I overheard them telling her as they sent me out of the room, we don't want her on television. If that's going to be something she's going to do, she can wait till she's 18 or older.
Your parents said that?
Yes, my
Ooh,
mom.
no.
They might have done you a favor.
I think they did.
Yeah.
So I then had a neighbor that happened to be Buffy that was on that Sebastian that was on a Family Affair.
Oh, I was going to say the Little Mermaid.
So and I
This
had
is a
the
real
same
interesting
hairdo.
story. very
So
odd.
I kept going over there and selling Girl Scout cookies. I'm about 8 years old now, and I'm doing it. And a lady would have me come in, and she'd set me up in the big director's chair. She'd buy a
This
bunch of
actress
cookies
girl,
for me.
right?
And
She
the
passed
mother,
away, though, right?
The mother would, and give me a bunch of her clothing, and I'd go home with it. And she goes, "You look just like my daughter." And I thought, when is she going to get to come out and play? Where is she? Where is she? Well, I didn't realize she was 10 years older than me and had died.
Right.
So this mother in my neighborhood in Westchester was just, every time I'd walk
Kind
over,
of
she'd-
reliving.
I know,
it.
that's a little
Yes,
fucked
and
up.
she'd call me in,
That's
and
great. She just
I
drove her
went home with
crazy.
all these clothes and all this stuff, and next thing I know, I've got the center back of that director's chair she gave to me and wanted me to take it. And I'm going, "Look, Mom, you got to buy me a chair now. I can get my own. I'm going to be on TV." Mom's going, "Oh my God, no."
Didn't you
So
like that fire 911 guy?
yes, emergency 911. I just thought that I was going to be on TV. So my brother says, "They're not coming for you. You need patience." And I heard my mom say no to the agent. So that it was just out of my mind forever, I thought. So then Mom recently sent me, when I was having these dreams, I met Danny in 1996. Next thing
Actually,
I know,
he met me in 93, but
I
whatever.
met him in 93,
Okay, hey,
buying
whatever.
restaurant equipment.
What's 3 years?
It might have been a different Danny.
Yes.
Right?
No.
That's another story.
I met him in 93.
Let's not talk about that. Yeah.
Yes, I met him in 93, but in 96, when I was opening my second restaurant, I met Danny and I was buying equipment, and it was just crazy. I looked at him and our eyes were electric, and I said, "That is my man." Well, now I'm having these dreams.
Before that, though,
Yes.
the Mezzaluna, O.J. Simpson and all that stuff was at the Mezzaluna restaurant, and there were so many people stopping and gawking at them, they had to close the restaurant. So
Yes.
the Weiler group are friends of mine. It's where Laura and I met, and they
Danny
were
was
doing
the
that
auctioneer
auction
to
down
come
there.
in.
And I didn't realize there was going to be a lot of cameras there, but there was more cameras there than there were buyers. And that was my first taste of because I am a showman, and when I would work with these cats, I'd work on the ground as a floor guy, and I would like double talk to them.
Stole
And
the attention.
I stole the
All
attention
the
that day, and
cameras
I
went
kind
from
of
the
liked the way
auction
that it
company
felt.
to
yeah.
Danny. And I said, "Danny, there's cameras around us. We're going to be on television." He goes, "Aren't you just reliving that moment?" And
So
I
we
said,
bought all this
"No."
artwork from the Mezzaluna restaurant that decades later just rotted in one of my sheds and got thrown away. But
Were they Frank Gutierrez?
no, they weren't Frank Gutierrez. I don't know what they were. They were out of the Mezzaluna
Hey,
restaurant.
I actually used to like that restaurant before it got stupid.
got
Before it got
all-
stupid. Well,
everything,
that's what
yeah,
closed him down.
that's
and
what closed
and
him
so,
down.
Laura and I met, and we got to, go there and experience this, and it was just a lot of fun. So then, we were doing these auctions and
And a bunch
getting
of
these walk-in
fundraisers.
parts, and
I
we
said,
started.
"Oh, I want to be on that
we
show.
started.
A free part? Let's go." But it wasn't free. It was expensive. And then we'd have our quick moment, and it wasn't fulfilling. It wasn't it. It wasn't what I was dreaming. So over and over and over, I'm having these dreams. I said, "Danny, we have cameras all around us. Either we're popular and we're doing something, or we have done something really wrong."
Or you're about ready to get the needle.
Yes, and we're going to jail.
I wake up one morning and Laura's got this dream book and she's writing down in her dream book.
Yes.
And she goes,
Yes.
I had a dream last night, and she's writing it down. I can tell she's, like she is right now.
Not to cut you off, but just in case, anybody else have a dream book here?
I don't think I rarely remember all of the details, maybe little fractions, but
It takes practice.
It takes
Well,
practice.
yeah.
yeah, is it like a lucid dream type situation
the
where you have
dream,
to kind
and
of
it's so
take
real.
something?
I will have it happen over and over and over.
You're not
No,
going to believe it when I
it or
tell
not.
you this story.
No.
I am going to tell you this. If I wrote down my dreams, I'd be divorced already.
Right?
I'm just
Or
glad
you'd have the best sitcom.
I'm just glad I don't remember most of mine. So Laura wakes up
Yep.
from this dream. She's writing in her
Over
book,
and
and
over
she
and over,
goes,
having these dreams.
"We're going to be approached by a company. I swear to God, this is true. We're going to be approached by a company called A to Z Production, and they're going to have an office in New York,
Amy.
Miami, Memphis, and L.A. And on October 14th, they're going to
September
contact us on
2nd?
September 2nd, and on October 14th,
We're gonna be
they're
pitched
going
to the network
pitch us to
that's
the
gonna hire
network
us.
that's going to pick
Thank
us
you,
up.
God.
Thank you, God. Boom, boom. She
There it
wrote it
is.
in her book.
'Cause
Okay,
I was
so
going crazy with
so
these
I'm thinking,
dreams.
okay,
So I had
bitch,
about
you
a month
crazy.
to wait.
Bitch, crazy.
Yep.
September 2nd comes along. We get an email
3 o'clock in
from
the afternoon.
North South Productions, not A to Z. North South Productions.
But
They
they're
haven't.
pitching us to
They haven't.
A&E, the History
okay,
Channel.
well, that's part of the
I'm
story.
sorry, but north to south and A to Z close
Okay,
enough.
and
Very close, right?
Okay, I'm just saying that they had offices in New York, they had offices in LA, they had an office in She had 4 states and 3
Yes.
cities, right? They didn't have one in
We had-
Memphis, Tennessee. They had one in Knoxville, Tennessee. So
LA,
I tell Mama,
Memphis,
we're going to go
Miami.
with these people. That's it. North-South
They
Productions.
were coming at us,
So
a bunch of production companies.
we were with another production company called Go Go Lucky, and we were with them
'Cause
for
we said,
6
"We're gonna do a
months.
show. Let's
and then
hire
we
a
popped
company."
off to North-South Productions. Then she has
I
another
don't know.
dream.
I like the name Go Go Lucky a little
Right?
Right? Well, they were
nice
they were
ring.
fun.
That's a different kind of show, though. You know what I mean?
They didn't have,
Lisa knows what we're talking about.
they didn't have the right vision.
They couldn't
for the
understand
stuff.
my storage show idea.
Yeah.
They wanted to do the auction house or from the rich to famous. We were the low-end auctions, and then the big Michael Jacksons.
Okay,
were
so
the
whatever,
rich,
they didn't have the
famous
right
auctions.
idea down. They missed out on
They
the
didn't like
modern day
my idea.
treasure hunt.
And this was like the beginning of like reality
Yes.
of
TV.
everything.
Yes.
So
Right?
September
Yeah.
2nd comes along, we get this fucking
2009,
email,
it's
right?
been hot.
On October 13th, we get an email from from them saying, "Hey, we're going to pitch you to History Channel tomorrow on October."
Mike goes, "Of
on
course
October,
you are.
On
Laura
October
had a dream."
14th. So I said, "Of course you are, right?"
Thank
so
you very much.
David McKillop is a guy that was with History
Original-
Channel.
oh, History
and
Channel,
he was in
yes.
charge of shit. And then he went over to A&E because A&E owns History, right?
Right.
So a lot of people, he said, according to his own mouth, a lot of people thought he just kind of held us off waiting for
And
this
then took us to
opportunity
the
to bring
next.
us. But he said that's not the truth. So I don't know what is the truth.
Well,
I
it
do.
kinda- Okay, great. Let's hear it.
So basically, Tom Beers, was seeking out a new show because he had such big hits, Biker Build Off, Monster Garage, and had, just his creative group kind of just seeking things out. And one of the guys was like, "Have you heard of these storage auctions?" And they had already had something in the works with A&E, and so they kind of approached them and said, "What do you think of this?" And they said, "Well, try to make it happen, find some people, do a pilot, and we'll go from there."
So that's very
okay,
very
that might have
close.
happened the way you said.
But yeah, go ahead.
Well, no, you're going to bowl me over.
So
Go for
what
it.
happened was they called me up and asked me who would be the right producer for it because they knew I was not with the right production team. And I said, "You know who'd be the
Laura
best
told
one?"
David McKillop. Tom
Tom
Beers.
Beers.
So anyway, let me go ahead and
Deadliest
tell
Catch,
the rest
Ice
of
Road
the story and
Trucker,
get it out of the way, and
Axeman.
then we can carry on with
yes.
shit.
Yes.
All right. So
Those are the shows that my husband watches, and those are shows that will be successful. So if we're going to do it, that would be the company.
She has
my
another
husband will go
dream.
with them.
By the way, guys, this is what being married for a long time is.
it's been a quarter of a century, and I swear it feels like a full one. It does. It just feels that
And
way.
over the years,
Thank God I love 'em.
it gets heated, and then immediately it's done. You know
done,
what I
right?
mean? But sometimes you're like,
Oh shit, they're going to get divorced. Bam, they're
no,
all right.
no, it's not. I don't know if I necessarily think like I've thought divorced. I'm just like somebody's gonna get harmed, because it gets like aggressive, but then it immediately just.
Yes. I go, shut your effing mouth and don't tell me I'm not gonna, and then it's done and it's over.
And you're the auctioneer?
Yeah, and then it's over.
Romance.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's a heat. Romance.
The next second, Dan's got his hand on Laura's backside.
And then we're right.
It's adorable. You
That
two are
Aflac
adorable.
didn't do
Hashtag relationship.
Thank you.
love.
Precious.
Precious. We actually
Fucking
are.
So
precious.
precious.
I
so
love them.
she wakes up from a dream one morning, and she says, "I had a dream that they put our tape that we sent them
Closed it in a
in a
closet.
cabinet."
And closed
She goes,
it,
"What do you
locked it.
think that means?" And
Yeah.
immediately I'm thinking, this is fucking not good, right? So I said, "You should call them."
You need to call them.
You want to tell it? Tell
No,
it.
go ahead.
So she calls up this North-South Productions, and she talks to this guy,
Yep.
and I'm sitting here, this distance, listening to her. She's got the phone, and she goes, "This is Laura from, the auction show. My husband's Dan Dotson. Want to know how our show's doing." Now, what I think they heard, what they
Yes.
thought they heard was, "This is a wife of another auctioneer for a different show that you're working called Auction Barn, and I want to know what you think about this show." So they come
Yeah.
back and says, "We love the auction house concept. Network's going to pick it up." And she goes, "What about storage?"
What do you mean the
And then
auction
her
house? What
mouth
about
drops
storage?
open about that much. She goes,
I look at him
she
like,
goes, "What do you mean you have two shows?"
What's the
They
name
have
of the
two
other
shows.
show?
What's the name of the other show? And she's so pissed off, she hangs up from that conversation.
They
She
go, "I
looks
can't
at me
remember.
and
We
she
can
goes,
have two shows.
"God, please send us a Tom Beers." That's what she says. "God,
Yep.
please send us a Tom Beers." So I don't know who Tom Beers is. I say, babe, who's Tom Beers? It'd be great. Somebody like that. And she goes, it's Axeman. It's Ice Road Truckers. It's Deadliest Catch. I said, yeah,
Shows
we
that you
need somebody
watch.
like that. 3 weeks later, I'm at a sale, and this
January
dude comes
23rd.
up, and he goes, hey, man,
There
you
he
ever
is.
think about doing a reality show? And I've already had 15 assholes come to me and lie to me and everything.
had
And I
every
look at this
network
guy, and I
offering
said,
us a
yeah,
show.
you're number 16, baby. What's your name? You know who it was? It was Tom Beers. Handed me his card, and I said, no way.
In
I
your
said,
defense, I would have been like,
Yes.
okay.
I said, you know, my wife prayed to God you'd be here, and
Yeah.
here you are.
He never heard
And
of
I
anybody
said,
who's
if
going,
you're
"Oh my
patient,
God."
you know, we have about 45 days left in this contract. And he says, okay, I'm patient. And then we had a cat from Discovery Channel call up, and he goes, hey.
You know what they call that? You
Wow,
got to
let me
kiss a
hear.
lot of frogs before you get a prince. right?
Okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
It's a painful process, man.
Sometimes
I
you
gotta
can
tell you.
tongue a frog, and you're going to get nothing but dizzy.
That's it. That's it.
I mean,
We
you know,
both French.
TV is a motherfucker. I know all of you people think that this is great and this is glamorous and this is awesome, but it kind of sucks, you know?
So anyway, then Laura has this dream about Tom Beers, but she don't see Tom Beers. She
I've
sees
never
this-
had a dream about Tom
She
Beers.
sees us. She sees us up on this stage. It's a fascinating dream. Sees us up on this stage, and we all have a light on us, right?
Yes.
And they're handing us fishing poles, and Laura and I are
All
getting
the
more and
lights
more
went on
fishing
with all
poles
their
from all these
choices.
people. And then all of a sudden, I can't
Light
hold
is
any more
going out.
fishing poles.
That light is
Everybody's
going
light's
out.
going out.
But I'm getting another fishing pole. Oh my God, I can't even hold it. I'm laughing and looking at Danny going, it's us, it's us. Next thing you know,
All the lights are on the
all
stage.
the lights
We're
are
on.
on, the whole stage.
Boom, comes open. Who is
There's
it?
about 150 people there, and
Tom
it was Tom
Beers.
Beers right in the front, and he said, I asked God for you. I said, there you go. And he says, let's have a show. Let's do this storage show. I called it Auction Hunt. I was doing little YouTube. So what's inside your unit? And they said they were intrigued because when they opened up a gun case, there was a machete inside there. So they wanted to know, is there a gun inside there? And I followed the people through until we opened it up, and the FFL dealer, oh, there's not even a gun in here. Why is it a machete? A machete! You never know what's in the box.
Wait, are we still in a dream or are we in reality?
I don't think there's any reality about any of this.
Okay, all right.
I think this is just
I'm
one
just
big
going to
dream,
sit
yeah.
back and enjoy the ride.
And it was a really great thing. And they said to us, we are going to sign you guys as soon as you're out of contract with the other folks. We're going to come in. The Suge Knight thing happened. We weren't even under contract yet. We hired our own cameraman.
They were
to
only
come
going to do
down.
it as a casting
That
call.
was
Yes.
They're
a
only-
vault auction, which are a little
Yes.
different than what we normally do,
Yes.
but we have done a couple on the show.
They were just going to use it for casting.
And then they asked these guys, like, who are your big buyers? Who are the people that have big personalities? Who do you think might? And it was quite a few people that they had to choose from.
So guys, let's move forward a little bit.
Yeah,
okay?
let's do that.
Let's move forward a little bit because it's 13 years now. We've had, I mean, you folks are still in it. And Kenny, how long have you been in it now?
About what, 5 years now?
You know, when I first met him, we smelled a dead body in his facility, right?
Oh, Head was the one that,
He
because he worked at the storage place.
He worked at a U.S. storage center in Inglewood, and we're in a car in a golf cart, and we drive past this dead body. I can smell it, and I said, "You got a dead body here." And
At his
you come
facility.
on the show after that, right?
Yeah.
Hey, Kenny, what were you doing with the dead bodies, man? Were you
Well,
Jeffrey
then-
Dahmer? What were you doing?
Hammer, mind your business.
I'm trying
It
to
wasn't
figure
me
this
who
out.
rented it to that devil.
Tell him about this. This
All
guy,
right.
okay.
Tell
so
me,
you-
Kenny.
All
Go
right,
ahead.
that day I was off that day, but
Oh, of course you were off the dead
the
body day.
co-workers had rented to this guy, but I always look at the camera to see what's going on. So I see this guy. He parked the truck on the other side where the cameras was. He came the opposite way where the camera was pointing. So he come out the car. He go rent it, and I was looking at the camera and said, "Damn, that dude look weird as hell." So
Did he look like me?
nah, the devil. He looked like the devil. I ain't gonna lie. He looked like the devil.
Yeah.
I swear to
so
God. And
scary.
it was all girls working in the office, and he was just like, intimidating them and all that shit. So they rented to him. So about a week ago, I said, "Damn, there's a body here. There's a body." So I kept calling Inglewood police. I said, "Yo, bro, I used to be a cop, and the coroner's office is right next door, so I know the smell." They kept telling me, "Nah, bro, that's somebody trashing in you." And I said, "Bro, just say
It's got to be a
that-
side of beef in there.
They do
Yeah.
get funky. There's
So
some
they came
funky
down and they saw
smells.
this ant trail going in and out of this thing, and you guys gave the name of this guy, and he was a wanted dude, right?
Yeah, he was
an
using a girl
internationally
credit
wanted
card.
dude. So they got the warrant. They opened up the unit. What did they find?
Girl cut up in pieces.
Put back
No.
together like a puzzle.
Put back
with
together
with
like a shrine to
flowers
her.
put around her like a
Yeah,
shrine,
he was
right?
going in there every night.
She was
popping
young.
the
She
gate.
was a youth.
Yeah,
He was going in there every night?
yeah, putting flowers on it. But the funny part was, it wasn't funny. He was using her credit card, and he was using it to go back to Tijuana. He was trying to go to Tijuana.
Okay, so Lisa, when did you come on?
Actually, I auditioned for the New York audition for the New York Storage Wars like
So
10 years earlier.
So explain this to me, Lisa. I didn't know they did auditions. So how's that work?
When I say audition, listen, guys, I come from a showbiz background.
Yes, girl.
Towards the end of 2020, I was moving, and so I got a booth at the flea market in Silver Lake, and I was just selling all my old shit.
Now you're in LA.
And just, you know, classic Hollywood success story. And one of the
Selling my
producers,
shit.
just selling my old shit.
Welcome to California. Hey, we'll see you later.
Yeah, right.
And I guess it was, someone who I knew. It was the same person that I had known. It was like a husband of a friend from comedy, and they were also at the flea market. And then
So do comedians hang out at flea markets? Is that what's
not
going on here?
normally, no.
Is that where they get their
Material.
material? Yeah.
That's where it comes from. It might look like a flour sack, but that's where they get it.
No comedians are as cool as me. I'll tell you that right now.
Now that this show's gone completely to shit, we're going to Cassidy's to grab a burger. Guys, catch us. Hit that subscribe. Hit that like. Hit that love. All these people love you. We love you. Catch you next time.